In our business, we focus on quality, service and speed. They're the three main factors that I'm looking for within my crew. I want a positive attitude from them and a good work ethic. And obviously I want them to be able to want to move up in the ranks of my business. So if they've got the quality and service, I can usually work on the speed, or I can work on either one of them, but if they've got none of it, then they're probably just not going to work. If you're going to be running a business that you've got to keep on top of things. Obviously when you're doing such high sales between 17 to 21,000 a week, you've got to have a structure, you've got to have a plan. It can't be unorganised, because otherwise you'll never get there and you'll be full of complaints. So I've put those systems in place from previous management experience I've had, and I've just kind of all combined it into the Jim's Mowing franchise I've got. So that's why it's worked out so well. And yeah, as I said, we're able to build bigger than what we are now, and it's just taken that time to get there. I'm full-time quoting, yeah, and dealing with any bottlenecks that happen on the day. So obviously, because I've been there and I've done the work, I know what the job's worth. I know exactly what's expected. So we write down a detailed list of the job description on the sheets so that all my employees know exactly what's expected. And then if there's any questions that they ask me, and I'll come down even and I'll help them out with it. Every day I'm quoting. Every single day I'm quoting from Monday to Sunday. And so on Monday to Sunday quoting non-stop. So yeah, usually I'll have somewhere around 10 quotes a day. So, and that's from all the leads that come through, previous customers, unserviced work, and also walk-ups. I'm probably somewhere around 70 to 80% winning, yeah. So my mindset is, Jim's has got an infinite amount of work coming through, and I've only got a limited amount of time. So I want to be able to get the best jobs that I possibly can with the time that I have. So if I'm doing jobs that aren't worth it, what's the point of me doing that when I could be taking on a new client from Jim and getting what I'm actually worth? So that's how my brain kind of works when I'm quoting. So that's why I've always got a set structure. And it also means that when I put on certain days for the guys, let's say they've got a $1,500 day, they should always finish roughly around the same time, because my quoting is usually where it needs to be. So if you've got smaller jobs that you're quoting higher, if you've got really large jobs that you're quoting for the same as what a small job will be, some days you'll do an $800 day and you'll work as hard as what a $1,500 day was. So I've got to make that structure so that all the quotes need to be in line, so that all the guys can finish at the same time. Well, the business isn't built on the people I have or the equipment I have or myself. The business is built around the system, so nothing can really go wrong within my business. If I have one of the guys sick for a week, that's fine. I've always got something to another guy to bring in, or I've always got a way to combat that so the business runs smooth the whole time. If I'm sick for a week, Tristan takes over the business still runs the same. So it's not built on one specific thing, it's built on a whole variety of things within the system. About a year ago, I was doing quite well, and I was doing most of the jobs, and I was able to do a lot of the jobs fast, and I got myself to a point where I couldn't do the jobs any faster, I couldn't improve myself anymore. And that's when I realized that I needed to then teach people what I know, because I can't move myself any more further. So I sat down and I figured out all the management roles that I've had in my previous businesses, and then I figured out, it wasn't an overnight thing, it was definitely a thing that happened over months. And I figured out, look, I know that I've got to hire the right people. So I've kind of got three structures. So I've obviously focused on the sales that I've got in my business, and then I focus on my equipment. So if my equipment's not running, my sales aren't going to get there. And then I focus on my people as well. So if my people aren't there, it doesn't matter if the equipment and sales are there, it's not going to get there. Yeah, well, that's it. It's all because of the quoting, and I set that impression of professionalism, so the customers know that I'm going to do the best job, because I tell them exactly how I'm going to make the job look. I tell them exactly what's going to happen. So a lot of the other gardeners will be like, oh yeah, I'm going to do a garden cleanup. I say, I'm going to go out here, I'm going to hedge this specific tree, I'm going to make it this shape, I'm going to mow this lawn, I'm going to mow it to this level, I'm going to, weed this garden bed. So they know what to expect, and that's why if you've communicated effectively with these customers, they know what they're getting and there's no issues. It's all about effective communication, and that's what your customers want to hear. They don't want cowboys, they don't want people that don't know what they're doing, or just guys that have a lawnmower that aren't gardeners. They want proper gardeners, proper lawnmowers, people that are experienced and know what they're doing as a professional. I've done a Cert 2 in horticulture, so I need to book myself in for the Cert 3 and then eventually get towards the diploma. Yeah, absolutely, every day. So I took that course, I had my head down learning as much as I possibly could, because I wanted to learn all the plant names. I wanted to learn how to manage each type of plant, and even grasses. So I know quite a lot from that Cert 2 course alone. So it'll be interesting to see what I can learn from the next one. A lot of people, they ask me for advice on what they should do with their garden. And so I explain, if you've got this type of climate, or you've got a lot of trees around your property, so you don't want a grass that needs a lot of sunlight. You want a grass that's is is going to last, better within these conditions. Well, that's it. I'm not a worker. I'm not a lawnmower. I'm a business owner. I'm a salesperson. That's how my brain operates. I'm not a lawnmower. I can pay someone to mow lawns. That's no dramas. At the end of the day, I'm the business owner, and I'm the person that makes it happen. You've got to take yourself out from being an employee and a worker to going to the next level and creating a team.